The score, British Columbia 34, Hamilton 24. Maloney throwing the screen to count. 50 to the 45 to the 43-yard line. As Paul Dojak waves the signal and the gun sounds to end the 1964 Grey Cup game, the British Columbia Lions have won the Grey Cup for the first time.
And on that Grey Cup winning BC Lions team in 1964 was number 41, Gary Schwartfigger, offensive center and defensive inside linebacker. And he joins us now. Gary, what stands out to you most about that Grey Cup winning game and the team in 1964?
I guess that it was a team effort. Our whole team was kind of dedicated to do the best we could that season to get back to the position where we could actually challenge for that Grey Cup. The Grey Cup is the biggest thing in Canadian football. Every football team wants to win the Grey Cup. It's a big one for Canada, and it's been going over 100 years. And our team was really dedicated towards that goal of bringing that Grey Cup to Vancouver.
I have to ask, because my dad told me about this at a young age, Gary. Was revenge on the Lions' minds because Hamilton beat you in 1963?
Oh yeah. It was a kind of victory that we really didn't get over, and that's why I think at this point in time, I look at the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Not that I'm taking sides, but they lost last year, and I think maybe they have a really strong desire to come back and correct that also. And I had that same type of feeling as a young player back then. We wanted to come back. We wanted to right that wrong, and like I said, bring that Grey Cup home.
And there were big names on your team with you: Willie Fleming, Emery Barnes, Norm Fieldgate, Joe Kapp. This was a talented club.
Oh gosh, we were really blessed because our leader. I'm speaking to the older generation now. Our leader was Joe Kapp. And Joe Kapp, he was a type of individual. And, I mean, I was in the huddle sometimes, and Joe would be knocked down, and he could hardly have his breath. And he would say, "Okay, guys, now here's our next play." And he could hardly speak it out. But you saw the courage of him being our quarterback. And you figure, oh, we just got to do a better job for this man. We got to make sure this thing works. And he was an inspiration. And of course, there was Willie Fleming. All you had to do was give him a quick block, and he was gone. He was, well, I think one of the fastest players at that time in the CFL. So you're right, Dan. We were loaded with talent.
Gary, how has the CFL and the Grey Cup changed since you played?
And a lot of players, a lot of us guys now have kind of sore necks, and we have calcium on our necks because we were taught to lead with your head. Now the whole game has changed with the shoulder angles and the hands and everything else. So the rules themselves have, I think, made it a safer game, which I think was well needed.
And Gary, what does it mean to you to have West Vancouver Secondary School honor you after you served as their head coach for 20 years?
Well, I'm embarrassed because it's like the old caption, old soldiers never die, they just fade away. Well, I feel the same thing about old football coaches. They don't die, they just kind of fade away. And I'm satisfied with that. I'm pleased with that, Dan. But we did go through almost 30 years of coaching at West Van. We had our successes, we had our failures. But the kids always came first. That was my one issue, was to teach them fundamentally what was the best way to play the game and to have fun.
BC Lions Grey Cup champion Gary Schwartfigger, thank you for your time and congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. And I hope our Western team can be successful.